Today we'll cover Ironclad's new Global Clause Library through the lens of a real-world scenario. Let's say Legal Ops at Sedona Networks needs to standardize their governing law clause across all contract templates, with 3 different variations based on jurisdiction. Before this feature, legal teams had to edit each workflow individually, replacing language, reviewing conditions, and hoping nothing slipped through the cracks. It was time-consuming, risky, and incredibly manual. With the Global Clause Library, all of that changes. Legal can now manage standard clauses in one place and push updates to multiple workflows at once, saving hours of work, maintaining compliance, and ensuring consistent contract language across the organization. Let's start by creating a clause type. In company settings, the clause library provides a structured way to organize content. Clause types act like categories, grouping similar clauses such as termination, confidentiality, or governing law. Each clause type offers visibility into how many clauses are linked to it, where those clauses are used, and whether the type is active across configurations. So teams can confidently manage contract language at scale. For this example, the legal team creates one clause type, governing law, and adds 3 variations: New York, California, and Delaware. So the appropriate language can be applied based on the contract context. This allows for dynamic language choices without hard-coding conditions into every workflow. Next, let's talk about managing clauses. The clauses view offers a centralized snapshot of all the globalized contract language. Each clause is listed with its name, category, full text, current usage, and last modified date. Legal can immediately see where each clause lives across workflows, enabling faster updates and more confident decision-making. Version control is built in. Every clause shows a history of edits, including who made the change, when it happened, and, optionally, a short explanation as to why the update was made. This audit trail is especially useful for regulated industries or internal compliance reviews, ensuring you always know who made the changes and why. New clauses can be created in bulk via an import tool that supports Excel templates. This is ideal for large onboarding projects like implementing a new language from outside counsel or applying updated policy clauses across the business. Now let's look at what happens when legal have to edit a clause. There has been a regulatory change affecting contracts governed by Delaware law. The legal team needs to update the governing law Delaware clause to reflect the new requirement. The update is made directly from the centralized clause view. An explanation can be added to provide context, and that change becomes available across all workflows where that clause is used. This not only saves time, but also eliminates the risk of missing a template. It ensures the updated language is rolled out consistently, no matter how many configurations rely on it. Updates don't go live until the associated workflows are republished, giving owners full control to review changes before they impact contracts. This strikes a balance between speed and compliance. So what does all of this look like in Workflow Designer? In Workflow Designer, clause management becomes significantly easier. Previously, templates often relied on complex conditional logic to manage clause variations, making them cluttered and harder to maintain. With global clauses, all of that logic lives in the clause itself, so the template stays lean and updates happen in one place. The new Clauses tab within Workflow Designer gives teams access to linked clause content and variations. This provides clarity, control, and flexibility, especially for complex workflows with a lot of language variation. As a result, templates are not only easier to read, but also faster to update and less error-prone during negotiations. Now let's explore creating a global clause from a template. When teams identify frequently used sections, like a force majeure clause, they can convert them into global clauses directly from the template. This eliminates the need to switch tools or copy content. Instead, the clause is categorized and added to the library and saved in just a few steps. If the clause already exists in the library, it can be reused. If not, it can be added on the spot with rich text formatting as needed. This flow saves time and supports consistent clause use across templates. It is especially useful for legal teams that manage many similar contract types or regions. For scenarios where clauses should only appear under certain conditions, like showing a governing law clause for only California-based deals, teams can still apply conditions to global clauses. This keeps the experience dynamic while centralizing content management. The Global Clause Library transforms how legal teams manage and scale contract language. With centralized visibility, version control, and the ability to push updates across all relevant workflows, it delivers greater efficiency, stronger compliance, and reduced manual work.